Hey, welcome to today's Word of the Day video. Hey, look who's here. I'm showing my face today, okay? I thought I would mix it up a little bit. And this is what I got. This is what we're doing. So today's word is the word stick. And the reason why the word stick is the word of the day today is because I've been doing some new sticker designs and getting some restock, and I'm really into it. So I'm really into doing some more stickers, and I'm just going to show you a couple. Allow me to interject today's video with a little commercial for my stickers before we start, shall we? I've had this written just like this, written with my permapaste marker on a piece of paper, stuck over there in my computer station for probably a couple of years now. I made it into this cute little sticker, and I made it look like a little piece of paper with the little holes for the paper. So it's super cute. I love it so much, and I'm gonna probably stick it everywhere. And then I have this cute one, Let Your Light Shine. This has been on a mug for a long time, but I've never put it on a sticker. You know, I just had to do these guys. I had to do 2 Houseplant Witch stickers. Oh, and here's a biggie. I told you in the last video that I was getting a restock of my full moon design. I got a new mushroom design too. I just had to put some mushrooms on a sticker sheet because I thought they would be so cute. Let's get to it, shall we? We are gonna do the phrase stick to it because I got stickers on the brain, but also we just got to stick to what we're doing. We got to stick to it. We got to stick to what we have committed to doing and to what we want to do, even when some days it's a little hard. Some days we're not feeling it. Some days we're tired. Some days we just want to sit on the couch. So I thought that would be a good one because, you know, commitments and sticking with your goals. You know, if they change, then you go with the flow, and then you just change things if you need to. So what we're doing today is working on the Rendr sketchbook. I talked about this in my last Word of the Day video. I talked about the Rendr sketchbook. I have a bigger one. It's over there. This is the first one I bought. It's a 3.5 by 5.5 little lay flat is what they call it. This lay flat, you really have to press it down and get it like used to bending at the binding. You have to really like, you know, press it, work it like that. And I'm not loving it in that way. I don't love that I have to do that. I don't love fighting with the center of the page spread, which I find myself doing. I would not buy a larger one like this. I'm a lefty. It's potentially different for righties. I have drawn with my right hand, so maybe I should try it with my right hand and see. I have a whole series of non-dominant hand drawing videos on my channel from when I couldn't use my left hand last year for about a month. So I just did right-handed art and figured it out as I was going. Of course, once my hand got better, I stopped doing that. If I don't have anything supporting this to be flat, this is what I'm working with. And sometimes it's a little bit tricky to deal with that binding. I mean, it's getting easier, but honestly, I'm not sure how much I love this. I have a Strathmore watercolor sketchbook with the same type of binding lay flat situation, and don't love that one either. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens because I'm really not sure what's going to happen down the road. I'm gonna put my clips back on this with my cardboard, and we're gonna use Dr. Martin's ink today over some acrylic paint. So this is just a, I call it Kathy's White. It's a mix of white. It's a mix of whites, I should say. It's a mix of, you know, pretty much straight white and like a parchment type colored acrylic craft paints. That's what's in here, but this could really be, this could be really any kind of acrylic paint white mixes. It could be like golden acrylic white mixed with deco art, you know, it could be anything. I'm just freestyling today. What else is new? I'm just playing with it. We're just gonna hang out and paint. Oh gosh, sorry guys. See, I sing all the time to myself. Don't need to be singing to you. But I'm using my paintbrush end today. And I only partially covered the background with the acrylic paint, so we can see how the bare Rendr paper reacts as well with ink. And that's actually what I was hoping for. I was hoping that I would get some sort of resist looking situation, which I do, which I am seeing. So that's good. Let me know what you think of this, because like this double camera thing, because if you like it, I will do it more often. I just thought I would mix it up today and try it, because I really haven't been showing my face on camera. And I mean, it's overall easier to, it's just easier to get videos out if I don't have to be showing my face all the time. But I feel like there is also something missing when you do that. So, you know, just gotta work with it. Catch-22, right? So there's a couple things to talk about today, and I keep saying I'm sorry. I'm very aware. I'm very aware of my vocal tics right now. There we go. Just again. So there are a couple of YouTube channels I wanted to talk about because I really am excited about them. My friend Debbie Draws Funny, has a YouTube channel, and she does sketchbook vlogs, and they're really fun, and I love her sense of humor. She's so funny. So I did want to mention, because I did mention Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, the other day, and I just thought I should share some other YouTubers that I like and that I'm excited about here too. And I mentioned Bombi Forest as well in one of my other videos over the past couple. I forget which one it was in, but love her stuff too. And so definitely check out Debbie Draws Funny. She's got a great sense of humor, and her art is so fun, and I love her sketchbook tours. They're so much fun, and I haven't done any of those on my channel. And I wanted to see what you thought about if I were to do that. I've been very much on the fence about doing like sketchbook tours, because that's like a gigantic rabbit hole. Okay, like there's a lot of sketchbooks, and the way that I have tended to work over the years is haphazard. That's one of the great things about my mushroom sketchbook. I'm working through this one. I've described this in a few videos on my channel as well. How I am doing every page in a row, and then also it's thematically for mushrooms only. So that's all new to me. Okay. I don't usually work that way, or I haven't in the past, and I'm working on changing that, because I think it's good to mix things up, and I think it's good to challenge yourself in different ways like that. So that is what I'm doing, you know, now, and I'm even doing that with this sketchbook. You know, I'll still work in my other sketchbooks, but with the new sketchbooks, I'm sort of really trying to be more intentional about them and give them a more specific purpose and focus. Even more so. I mean, I do have purpose and focus on my other sketchbooks, but like some of them I use for ideas, to just work out ideas, and some of them I use for like visual lists and stuff like that, like visual to-do lists and stuff like that. But you know, I haven't really done ones like the mushroom sketchbook, but you know, there are things that I tend to draw over and over and over. I mean, on a more general thing, such as lettering. So I do have a lot of sketchbooks with quotes in them, and over the years, if we were to go through my sketchbooks together, you will see a lot of them are like just pencil, and that's because perhaps at that time in my life, I was going to a job and drawing like on the fly, like drawing while I was on a train or while I was out and about, and I really didn't have the inclination or the ability to break out a bunch of pens, different colors, and break out paints and stuff. So I really would stick to it. Hey, I would stick to pencil, because I love pencil. I love pen too. Well, you know, I love everything, but or you know what I love, which is a lot of different types of art supplies, but pencil has really been a go-to for me over many years, because it's something that I love anything that is just so, you know, you can find them everywhere. You know, you can always find a pencil. It's the humble pencil. Love pencils. So anyway, that's that. Now what is going on here? So I'm going to draw with the end of this. Because, you know, with art tools, you can really draw with any part of it. You can draw with any part of it, and it's fair, and it works that way, and that's fine. It's totally within the rules, but there are no rules, so you just do what you want. And okay, a cute little star here. So let me know what you think of Sketchbook Tour. If I were to do a Sketchbook Tour video, I'm thinking I will do a tour of this sketchbook when I'm done with it. I'm just like, I have so much to show you. I have so many sketchbooks, but I kind of don't know where to start, you know, so with that. So it's kind of easier to do this, to work on one on my YouTube channel and then be like, hey, you know, when it's done, hey, let's do a tour of this sketchbook that I just finished. But the ones that I have that I've worked on over the years, it's kind of a little more like, oh, that's like, you know, that's a lot to think about. I almost feel like I would need to do something like pick a theme and then go through a few different sketchbooks and then pick out parts of those to show you, you know? I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. So, and in the future for the word of the day, I'm not really sure, like, I want to continue to do the word videos, but I think I might change it to quote of the day or like a phrase, saying. I'm not sure how to word it. Not sure what wording I will use for that, but you know, I like to do like a saying, and you know, the one word is feeling a little bit stagnant to me, because I like to create stuff from, you know, my heart, and then I like to do something with it later. And it's easier for me to do that if it's not just one word, then I can do more with something. I like to create something. I like to create from something I'm thinking about, something that's on my mind, something that's personal, in some way, shape, or form, whatever that is. And then I like to think about it later and have it, and then see if it speaks to me, for me to repurpose it into something else besides just being in my sketchbook. And I'm finding like the one word a bit limiting in that capacity. So I'm really a quote girl, you know, like I really like sayings, and I like quotes and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to continue on with, you know, a saying. And like, this is just a simple 3-word saying, but it's very meaningful. It has meaning to me today. Like, it's just, you know, and like time as an issue isn't really a thing, because I have been doing bigger pages of just the one word, and I could just do smaller pages and it'd be just the same amount of time or less even, you know? So that's not really an issue either. I'm going to spray some water on this so we can have some fun. Okay, I'm going to blow dry this. A little bit unattractive, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to finish this. I'm going to bring the blue back in. Do I want to bring the blue back in? No, I'm going to use the purple again. I'm going to use the purple over this pink, because this pink is like, it's pretty, but I'm not sure that it's really, I'm feeling it for this. All right. I'm going to do the same style of brush work as here. I'm really liking the resist of this acrylic paint. This purple looks a lot like the pink, actually, once you get it down here. Oops. Don't want to like turn this. Oops. Sorry about the bump there. I gotta turn this, sorry. Sorry guys. Oop. I said guys. Try not to say guys. All right, this is feeling flat. The purple and the pink mix here. I think because these two were so close in color. So we're gonna remedy that. I'm not sure how right now, because, you know, my go-to would be to grab a paint pen, of course, because that's what I do. But I think I wanna maybe not do that, and maybe add some of this blue to this. That. Okay. All right. I gotta really shift this. I gotta shift this over a little bit because I don't want it to dry my brush off. All right. Oh, look, and we're back to purple again. Okay. All right. Back to purple. Ooh, that's a cool purple. I think I'm going to take a little bit of it up here. Just a tiny bit. Oh, that's really, oh, it looks very blue. It's coming off as really blue here. What am I going to do here? How do I want to do? What do I want to do? I was wondering if I had any salt up here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab some water. It's not dirty water. I have some. I just grabbed some water in a little squeezy bottle. It's a little bit dirty, but that's okay. See what happens. We get anything cool. Oh. Ooh, cool. I like that. All right. Let's keep going with that. Let's keep going with that. I'm going to dab it right when I drop it next time. Oh, and if this screen is at all getting like not perfect, I apologize because it's hard for me to have my eyes in every place at the same time. It actually looks okay. I'm just locking the focus lock, sorry. Can't talk and paint at the same time sometimes. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going with the dropper bottle and see what I can do here. I'm actually gonna take this off like that. Actually, do that. See if that helps at all. It's good to try different things. Oop. Do gotta grab that real quick though. So when I did a lot of watercolor, this was my move. This was my move, man. My move was picking up picking up little bits of, you know, strategically picking up the pigment with water. That was like my fun time. I love to do that. I'm talking about when I say when I did watercolor, obviously. And I have never like stopped doing watercolor. Oh, what did I just do that for? I don't know if I like that. I didn't stop doing watercolor when I did pet portraits. I'm talking about back in the day. Back in my pet portrait days. That was my move. The water drop pickup. That was always my move. I'm gonna do it again here. Okay, we've got to be really careful now because I'm gonna do it on the beautiful. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dry this real quick with my trusty blow dryer just to get things dry again. Okay. I have to put some gold paint on this. I can't. I gotta do it. It just needs some gold paint. This watercolor's a little dried out. Ooh, I'm getting it all muddy now. Okay. How gold is it gonna come out? Ooh, I don't know. Perhaps I should mix my paint before I decide to put it on the paper. Probably a good idea. Why do I do that? All right, this is just changing. Perhaps I've passed the point where I should have stopped, maybe? Yeah, probably. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Actually, you know what? A little texture is not a bad thing. A little texture, a little mess. Not a bad thing. In fact, here we go. Let's go back into this acrylic paint, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just make a mess. Because messes are fun. And you can get some really cool effects when you just mix stuff up. That is so pretty. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay. All right. All right. I have to turn my book. Okay. And I apologize for this. Let's see. I'm going to turn you guys too. I'm going to turn... that's not going to work. Ugh. All right, that's too much work. So I'm just going to, I'm going to adapt. How's that sound? I'm going to adapt. And this is fun. This is like super fun. This is where the painter comes out. The little painter inside. Did you know I went to school for painting? Yes, I did. I was a painting major. I was a painting major. I was a painting major. And the reason why is not because I didn't think, that I wouldn't be doing illustration or design. Although it is kind of surprising that I became a designer for as long as I did. But, because I never really wanted to be a designer. But I became a designer for a while. I mean, illustrator / designer. But I was employed as a designer for a long time. The reason I chose painting as my major in collage is because I knew that I was going to do illustration in my life, and I wanted to spend my time experimenting and not bogged down by, you know, process stuff of, not process, not bogged down by stuff that I knew I would learn eventually. Ooh, that sounds terrible. I did not mean it to sound terrible. I wonder if I'll leave that in this video. I wanted time to experiment with art, and I knew that being a painting major would allow me to experiment, you know, in a way that was more free. And that's why I did it. And I was right. I'm glad I did it. Because you know what? The rest of the stuff I figured out. And I also kind of had a little bit more, I was like exposed to stuff because my father was an illustrator. So I was also exposed to that work when I was a kid. So it wasn't like foreign to me. And, you know, I guess I didn't have, what's the word I'm looking for? I think I had a pretty realistic view of what it was going to entail to be an illustrator. So I just think I learned some of that stuff just from watching him and my stepmom, you know, work, because they ran their own biz. They still do. I'm getting all kinds of purple paint in my white paint jar right now, which is not great. And I'm going to clean it out. We're going to get wild again here. We're going to get wild again here. Do some crazy stuff with paint. And see what happens. Someday, I will have to tell you my school story about my college experience. But that day probably won't be today because we would be here a long time. And it's kind of involved. But perhaps another day. I will say I have some good stories. Okay. I'm not even sure if I like that, but that's okay. I don't have to like it. My water's really dirty, but don't want to change it right now. I think I just want to see how far we can get with this. And what is the clouds about? I don't know. Well, I put clouds in everything, but I'm not sure what they're doing in this piece. It's Watch Kathy Ruin a Piece Day. Because honestly, I'm at an ugly point here. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to rescue this thing. I really don't know. I think this just might be one of those days when you're like, I don't really know what happened. Don't really know what happened there. I want the word "it" to be stronger. It's not. There we go. I'm gonna have to hit this with a blow dryer again, I think, because I'm not loving all this like smush. Okay. All right. I think what we're gonna do, change water. Okay, I got some clean water. Now, let's just go back into this a little bit. I don't want to do anything too reckless, but that's kind of a joke looking at this, right? For me to say, I don't want to do anything too reckless. This whole thing is reckless. It's all reckless. It's very reckless. All right, I think I just want to... I like that lettering now, it's cool. That's fun. All right. I think we're kind of done. I think I want to add a little bit more white and see if I can get it to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to do that just to see if I can get it a little more. Get it to pop a little bit more. Yep, let's pop in a little bit more. If I just made the camera shake, I'm sorry. I accidentally smacked my head on it. Like that, okay. All right, let's, you know what? I almost don't want to mess with those clouds. Like, I don't want to make them look any more cloudy because I'm kind of rethinking. I'm rethinking that. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. And I think I'm going to add some, oop, 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 oop. Lots of water. Got a lot of water there. Do some dry off here. That. All right. I think I'm going to add a little bit. A little bit of blue, a little bit of blue. Maybe it's time to break out the spray bottle again. Just a little bit. Yes, do that right now. I'm gonna hit this with the blow dryer so fast after though, because I'm gonna make sure I have my blow dryer handy. All right, blow dryer time. We're good. I'm gonna smack a paper towel on these drops. because I just want to. Oh, this one's already dry. I kept spraying with water because couldn't help myself. And this is what we got. So I'm going to leave this as it is. We're going to call this one done. Okay, what is my favorite thing? Let us talk about favorite things today. Stick. And I love this. And I love the little white dots all around this in the C and in the S. And I love the brush work here. I love all the little experimentation there. That's good. I think less successful down here, but it was still fun. So it looks good. It's a worthy page. I'm happy. There it is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.